It has been exactly 3 weeks since we learned that the King would not be re-signing with the Lakers, and he would explore free agency. Yet, a decision on where LeBron will play next season is still very much up in the air. And according to his agent, Rich Paul, it doesn't sound like there's any rush.
I'll just say, we're not going to be rushed.
Mm-hmm. That's totally fair for you to say.
It is his choice to make, and when he makes the choice, he's making it. There's been several people to call and say, hey, Rich, is there anything more we should be doing, we could be doing? And my answer is no. We don't need you to go above and beyond about anything. We understand it. It's clear. All the messages have been sent.
All right. Kendrick Perkins now joins us, if you didn't see that before. Perk, you want to react to what Rich Paul told us? No one's going to rush LeBron's decision along.
I mean, we shouldn't, to be honest with you. And the only reason I say that is because it's not like LeBron James is asking for a lot of money. I mean, LeBron James basically is signing wherever he goes for the vet minimum. And he's still saying, hey, y'all could go out, each team that is on my list, and still build out y'all roster, just hold a vet minimum spot. He's not asking any of these teams to trade anybody to clear up cap space. He's not asking any of these teams to make an available roster spot so that if he does sign, they could trade for Bronny. No, this is really coming down to how he wants to end his career, where he wants to end his career. He's involving his family, where he wants to live. Like, this is a big decision. If he was asking a lot from these organizations for as money-wise and putting a whole lot of a list of demands, then I would say he needs to hurry up. But the fact that he's saying, I'm going to take vet minimum to each one of these teams, just give me time, I think we all should be patient. And when he decides, he decides.
Well, here's the thing. Conceptually, LeBron James letting his team know sooner rather than later that he's going to be playing for them in years 24 and potentially beyond, it benefits the team from a roster construction standpoint in terms of having an idea of what they can do or the opportunities that they might be able to forecast into the future. Because I've never seen a LeBron James team that hasn't tried to tweak at the trade deadline during the season in order to add to it and try to put him in back into the championship round. So there is that piece of it. But I thought it was telling what Rich Paul talked about a little bit this week when he alluded to the fact that this is going to be a business decision. LeBron James has media platforms. He's got his own podcast. He's got the shop. And so when you start thinking about the business aspect of announcing where he is ultimately going to finish his career, this is something that he can monetize. And so if you're LeBron James, why give it away and why allow it to be drowned out when you had the Open Championship this past weekend, when you had the World Cup final on Sunday? Why get involved with all of that noise when you can simply wait until afterward, until after Major League Baseball All-Star Weekend, all of those things, wait until after that and make your announcement when there's nothing else that's competing with you telling the world where you're going to continue your basketball future.
Are you saying we're going to get a decision 2.0 potentially? Is that what you're saying?
Well,
he's going to monetize.
Rich Paul said he's not doing that. They're not waiting on the quote-unquote decision. But to me, if it's about business and it's about making the most of announcing where you're going to extend your NBA record 24 seasons played, then I do think a part of how you announce it has to be factored into the math.
I think it's important that we recognize who we were listening to. Big Perk, we were listening to Rich Paul. You'll appreciate where I'm going with this. With that, brother, it's always important to pay attention to what he's not saying. Just as important as it is to pay attention to what he is saying. He's absolutely right. LeBron doesn't need to rush this decision. LeBron has earned the right. And not only that, he's a free agent. He's going to be playing for some of the minimum, probably around $6 million, wherever he goes, whatever the case may be. You're not wrong about the roster construction, CC, but the reality is that because LeBron is an additive wherever he goes, is not as paramount as it would be if he wanted to come on board and you had to trade assets in order to bring him on board and things of that nature. You don't have that problem. So because of that, it doesn't matter what situation, what system or whatever he's in, he's fine. Here's where it gets very, very interesting with the Rich Pauls of the world. He's not talking about how LeBron loves this attention. You understand? I'm not gonna call it the drama king like it's a negative, but he don't mind the drama. You understand what I'm saying? He does, he contributes, he's been contributing to ratings his entire career. This is nothing different. Keep on talking about me. Keep on giving me that attention. Let me put everybody on hold. Let me leave the basketball world transfixed on what I'm going to do. But the why is important, Big Perk, because when you spent the last year and a half watching the Los Angeles Lakers relegate him to a second or third option, for the Lakers being about Luka and not him, for the Lakers suddenly being about Luka and Austin Reeves and not necessarily him. Yet he was the one that was available at the start of the playoffs. He was the one ready to go, even though he's 14 and 13 years older, respectively, than both of them. There was clearly a lack of appreciation that LeBron felt existed where he was concerned. He ain't gonna say anything about the Los Angeles Lakers. You know, you got Bronny on the team and all of this other stuff. Plus, he's got some good relationships over there and what have you. But the reality is, it's gotta feel good to be 41 years of age in your 24th season, okay? Not the best player in the world like you spent years being. And people are still talking about you on this level. He's gotta love that. That's gotta be a part of it. Because if you look at the dates when he announced that he was going to Cleveland or back to Cleveland or Miami or whatever. You're talking about July 8th for one decision, mid-July for another season, for another situation, July 1st when he signed with the Lakers, or announced that he was going to the Lakers rather. But here we are, 3 weeks plus, waiting for him to make a decision. It's not an accident.
So, S.A., the attention is deserved.
And I agree with you. That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
It's okay. It is deserving.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yo, but I know you. I know when you being serious, and I know when you being sarcastic. And I know you. I know you well enough. You're a brother of mine. I know you. But this is what I'm telling you. Still and all, to this day, LeBron James is still the most powerful person in basketball. And it's showing. Adam Silver basically said it while he was, I believe, at Fanatics Fest, when he highlighted and said that it's affecting the NBA schedule, the releasing of the NBA.